President Joe Biden predicted Sunday that Vice President Kamala Harris will remain a major player despite her blowout election loss, while claiming the pair ran a basically scandal-free 2024 campaign despite a litany of major controversies. "You're not going anywhere, kid. We aren't letting you," Biden, 82, said to Harris, 60, during his remarks at the Democratic National Committee holiday reception. "The thing I most admire about working with all of you is you have great integrity," the retiring president told assembled guests in Washington. "You've been honest, you've been decent, we've run a campaign that's basically scandal-free. It's hard to do in American politics these days." Biden's rosy reflection skirted that fact that he was forced out of the race by fellow Democrats in July, after winning the party's state nominating contests, over a perceived cover-up of his declining mental fitness. In a snub to other party leaders, Biden handpicked Harris, 60, as his successor, heading off a last-minute mini-primary that prominent Democrats ruefully consider to have cemented their loss. Harris then was accused of plagiarism in her 2009 book, Smart on Crime, while her husband, Doug Emhoff, admitted to impregnating his daughter's nanny and was accused of assaulting a former girlfriend. Before he was forced out of the race, Biden's own re-election campaign was buffeted by a House Republican-led impeachment inquiry that turned up evidence that he repeatedly engaged with his son Hunter and brother James foreign business associates during his vice presidency, despite his persistent denials. Hunter, 54, was convicted in May of federal gun charges and in September pleaded guilty to $1.4 million in tax fraud, but only after dramatic allegations last year from a pair of IRS whistleblowers who accused the Biden Justice Department of a sweeping cover-up. Biden pardoned his son this month after repeatedly claiming during the campaign that he would not do so. Harris is expected to face competition for leadership of the Democratic Party if she attempts to run again for president in 2028. Governors: Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan, Gavin Newsom of California, Jared Polis of Colorado, Phil Murphy of New Jersey, Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania, and Andy Beshear of Kentucky are all considered rising Democratic stars. Biden and Harris were joined by their spouses at the DNC reception Sunday night, where they sought to stoke the egos of key donors, encouraging them not to give up hope following the election washout, while piecing together the remains of Biden's sundowning presidency. Republicans clinched Election Day across the board, gaining the majority in the House and Senate on top of Donald Trump's White House victory. The sweeping loss has led to a reckoning within the party as Democrats look to where they went wrong and what, or who, needs to change to appeal to the American people. "We all get knocked down. My dad would say when you get knocked down, you just got to get up. Get up. The measure of a person or a party is how fast they get back up," Biden said at the holiday event. Donors from both parties spent a mind-blowing $4.7 billion during the 2024 election cycle, with a majority going to Harris's campaign during her speed run to the Democratic nominee in the final months of the race. Democrats, bolstered by their allied super PACs and other partisan groups, raised $2.9 billion, including $700 million over just 700 Democrat-organized events, Harris said. "You rallied, you opened your homes, you reached out to your friends and your family," Harris said Sunday. "You put your personal capital, and by that I mean your relationships, at stake to talk with people because you care so deeply, and you connected with people and took the time to remind them of what is at stake and what was at stake."